All right, folks, welcome back to the Strife Championship Series. We are in our second best of three of the day between Ascent Gaming and New Team. What looked like Ascent Gaming pushing for a 2-0 turns into a 1-1, so we're going into a game three. Bans have already gone out. Ray and Nikolai being removed very, very quickly. Ray making a lot of plays in the last game. Nikolai being a contested picker ban pretty much since him being allowed to be played in competitive play. Claudessa Hail Malady picked up for Ascent Gaming and Bastion Rook on the side of New Team.
Well, I have to continue my predictions as I prefer. Claudessa can keep the winning team's classes of too much alliteration. I give up. Claudessa specifically has won every game so far. Let's see a third one. I'm going to call it for AG right now because Claudessa.
Because Claudessa. Wow. For those of us who are not as prescient as Lord Foxington here, we need to worry about some of the other picks that have gone out. So Rook has been picked up, likely to go onto Lowen in the bottom lane, or could wind up being picked up by, I believe, Nuja. He actually has a 5-star rating on Rook, if I look at his player profile. So he's played plenty of Rook. That could be a possible pickup. Bastion as well. We've seen him banned in and out of a couple of the games. A very, very strong tank. On the other side, Claudessa Hail Malady. That's that's 2 sets of single target pick, and then Hail for heavy initiation. We've seen really phenomenal Hail from Lincolns. I'm not surprised they wanted to take that away from him and force him onto something else. He's played that over the course of 2 games. Once, not so much success. Second game, they had a little bit of a better time. Also, to keep in mind, this is a server change. The last game was played on EU. First game was played on NA. That does have some ping disparity and affect the players sometimes significantly, sometimes not. So that does need to be kept in mind and changes up some of their team compositions and what they feel confident playing with increased ping. I don't know the ping of the EU players, but that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it definitely varies a little bit. Each team so far has won on their home servers, so once again, along with Claudessa, we've got a pattern forming in those 2 matches, although statistically speaking, that's no way to form a pattern. But hey, we've got 2 more picks coming out from New Team. They've grabbed Carter and Vermilion to go with their current composition.
And if they get it, I'd suspect Lady Tinder. They've got double AD carry, add the Vermilion Lady Tinder lane, that's a lot of push. Bastion Carter lane, Rook in the bottom, considering what they're going with. Vermilion bottom is a little off. It works sometimes if you gain a lot of control early, but we did see in the last game a phenomenal amount of Harrower play from Lowen. He had a great game and really carried things for his team. On the other side of it, actually, is going to be the Harrower pickup, so it's going to be a Harrower Rook. The matchup we just saw go heavily in favor of, it was Harrower Vermilion. So it is a Harrower going over to Topless. He's been known to play that very, very well. And Zeeble likely to be on that Featherstone up in the top lane with Claudessa. So it'll be a Hail Malady lane, I believe. Pretty good burst. Not that strong till 6. Those plays are a little tricky, but or at least till 5. Once they have those ultimates, though, and Rocket Boots on Malady, we're likely to see a lot of heavy burst. So I'm predicting a Lady Tinder pickup for New Team.
That does make sense to me as well. Although they could probably get away with something like Bo as well, or even Jinshi, but Lady Tinder certainly fits it best.
Yeah, I mean, they've got double AD carry, that's strong for push. Lady Tinder gives them Nature's Fury, which is also strong for push. They run Bastion as main tank, and rely heavily on Carter to make a lot of plays. Now that, like you said, Bo would be another good option. If they don't go with Bo or Jinshi, they've opted into a lot of reduced crowd control. So it'll be a little trickier how they play things, and they'll have to win things out in lane phase to have a real advantage in the game.
You know, if it were up to me, I would personally pick Claudessa to fill out that team comp, but unfortunately they don't have that as an option, so I'm assuming they're going to be picking up Lady Tinder here shortly.
Yeah, that, other possible options, they could go with Vex. It could be a Vex Vermilion lane, and that would be another bruiser-ish option for them to go with. Vex can build up pretty tanky. He's got his global roaming potential, and Vex Vermilion is a very strong pushing lane, likely to send that mid and try and get down the mid tower very, very quickly against the Hail Malady, and there's the Vex.
No, the Vex indeed. You sensed their brainwaves and managed to call it at the last moment. They do grab the Vex for the extra bruiser-ish. So this could be a very interesting matchup with these team compositions. Both of them very solid, very strong, and a lot of potential there. And to the match here, certainly. So a little less than 2 minutes before the action starts. And if you're joining us late, this is the Strife Championship Series, Week 2, Day 2, between Ascent Gaming on the green side and New Team on the red side this game. My name is Filibuster Fox, casting today with The Source. We're from Surreal Productions, and this is all brought to you by GameVox.
Yep, and make sure if you guys are interested in the competitive Strife, you can go check out the Strife Open League. It is our open tournament that leads into the SCS. The top teams from that top 4 from earning points, playing over the entirety of the league time. League is 5 weeks, so there are 5 events for you guys to try and earn points. If you do, you will be able to for the Strife Championship Series Season 2. So make sure if you're interested in competitive Strife, you go in there open to everybody except for these top teams, so you guys won't be seeing these guys coming into Pub Stomp. They're already clearly at the top caliber of play, and it's a great event to learn about your competitive team and build up a roster.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to go in with my solo Claudessa and just win everything. I think I'm not allowed to.
We have to make things fair, Fox.
Yeah.
We can't just let the staff come in and 1v5 with Claudessa and Pub Stomp. That would be unfair.
Alright, so here we go into the loading screen as we see the beautiful skins these people are bringing out. Most of them are the default because there aren't really that many skins in Strife yet, but give it time, still in beta, folks. That Rook skin, though.
Yeah, I like that Rook skin, but I want to see some better Rook skins. I like playing a lot of Rook. I want to see some better Vermilion skins. I don't really like the current Vermilion skins that have come out, so hopefully something nice and new comes into the game soon.
Indeed, I would like to see, shockingly, a Claudessa skin, although she's pretty perfect as she is. So, we got everyone loading in. Some first items, Malady starting with boots, Harrower starting with the throwing axe, Claudessa starting with a glacial gem, and Vermilion's also starting with boots, and Curry Boy starting with glacial gem as well. Turbo Carter, they both start with the C. I can use them interchangeably, right?
Yeah, a little bit. So the instant Malady start boots, that's Rush for rocket boots. Carter starting with the gem, so needs his mana regen to spam out skills. Vex going with more regen. I mean, a lot of these choices make sense. Nothing too out of the ordinary. See if there's anything odd.
Rook opting for the no item build.
Yeah, I was about to say, Rook's just sitting in base, waiting, and that's going to be all of Ascent Gaming rotating into the bottom half of the map.
Looking to be a bit snarky here at level 1. Maybe if Rook is a little unsafe and walks out into lane, could end disastrously. But most people are pretty cautious when they don't have their team around, especially with the bot lane, because so many teams opt to do exactly what AG is doing right now.
Yeah, I would be careful if I were low, and if he steps just a little bit out of position, he's going to get picked to his entirety. And actually, they've sent out Tompus as a bait, so he's going to run forward and try and convince Lowen to come out and trade with him, and everyone else is just waiting in the wings to make something happen.
They're not biting. Oh, there goes the Dragon Reach, knocking him right into the wall, getting a pause out to try to gank the Sloan. The anticlimax is real.
Yeah, that was an aggressive Dragon's Reach. You can Dragon's Reach people back over walls. It almost worked, but no, not that wall, not at that angle either. I think that was a bit ambitious. They might have been trying to pull him over the corner of the wall just to get him a little further out. But yeah, no play there. Lowen will be able to step away.
assuming they're capable of stepping away during the pause. Be a fun little minigame if one character on each team could move at like 1/10 speed during a pause.
Are ready though, so hopefully we're gonna get back into this. And they do not have any more skills to get low on. He's popped his hook shot, so he'll step away from that safely and zoom away. Away. He'll be safe.
Like Malady was throwing the little cloud guys from Mario Brothers at him. And it's going to be a little late getting a top. Possibly they'll be a little behind the minions, but not by much. Mid is rolling around. Looks like SMD and OJC once again pulling up this mid lane together. Bros for life.
Yeah, that tends to be the mid lane composition. So a pretty high burst, but again, it's going to have to wait a little while before they can really do huge amounts of destructive power with that lane. Yes, OJC will spark up quickly in terms of damage, but SMD really is going to need to wait for his rocket boots and to have his full combo before they really start bursting people.
Indeed. Nice tornado onto Lincoln's there from SMD, giving a good bit of poke, but still a little early to follow up anything since they don't have Claudessa in their lane. Oh, nice bit of trade fight going up top. Bone getting a good bit of damage thanks to Zeevil, actually, against Biba there, but still nothing really decisive there. Lincoln's still very low in the mid lane.
Yeah, he's going to need to be careful about how much damage he's willing to take. Now, he does play a very, very strong Vex. We've seen this before, especially in the qualifiers. He did a really, really good job there. It limits his aggression, though, when playing Vex until he has, there's a level 3, so he now has the shield. So now he can kind of try and abuse OJC as much as he wants, especially when OJC steps forward and just uses those rockets to force on some free damage.
Indeed. Still, maybe an initiate coming in the top lane? Nope. Not quite. They pushed him back to the tower, doing a little bit of poke damage. Hero kind of playing it safe in the bottom lane. Still no significant advantages really in any lane, although Hero is well behind his opponent.
Yeah, that's kind of how that matchup goes. Herwer doesn't really spike up till a little bit later into the game. And GPM pretty even so far, so new team doing a much better job of keeping up in GPM early than they have before, and a lot of engagement onto SMD.
Yeah, Mist Tornado enabled a lot of damage there, but Lincoln's doesn't take nearly as much in response, and that's going to push things into the favor slightly of new team there in the mid lane. Some poke back and forth in the top lane. Still nothing really decisive yet at level 3. Maybe, well, there goes level 4 in the mid lane. Maybe a level 4 fight that's really the decisive one.
Well, Lincoln's has already gotten an early dampening cloak, so that'll help keep him alive, and Snipe is going to miss onto SMD. So for now, good advantage towards new team. They've got control of mid lane, which is really where Ascent Gaming tends to snowball things out of, either mid lane or bottom lane. Their top tends to just go even, if not win the lane, but it never tends to be an overwhelming amount of control until SMD shows up to roam in and gank.
Indeed. Here comes... well, nothing really. But, oh, there goes the engage onto Lincoln's from OJC. They get a good bit of damage, but a nice Carter Ring of Fire manages to prevent them from engaging too far.
Yeah, they also threw out some damage, which had that hit on the SMD, they might have been able to re-engage. It was a double shot of rockets passing through Ring of Fire. But meanwhile, up in top lane, Nuja's in trouble.
Yeah, a lot of damage going both ways here as they keep poking down each other, and we've got SMD rotating top to try to make something happen while these are low. That amount of crowd control could be enough. Land one good tornado, and that could enable a kill here. They're starting the engagement now. Nuja's in a lot of trouble. Zetman's going right in on him. Biba's trying to fight it, but no, here comes Malady. The tornado hits both of them. Bone going right in onto Nuja. Claudessa may be able to get the kill, but no! Claudessa, kill stolen by Zeevil. Oh my goodness, what teamwork.
I highly doubt it was that much of a kill steal, but again, there's the roam from SMD. That's where they tend to snowball their plays out of. Now in the mid lane, a lot of damage. Can Curryboy finish the job? Oh, he could have had that. He would have had that if he had just committed.
He might still have it. No, I don't think he's got enough. SMD is back with a kill on his belt to brighten his day. And Harrower is now 6, is starting to come back into his own in the bot lane, and quickly he's actually exceeded Rook and GPM down bot now.
Yeah, regaining a bit of control in that lane. If we take a quick look at items, it's still pretty even. We haven't seen either of them spend too much gold, and they're sitting at about the same gold in hand, so bottom lane more or less even.
Still, the most action seems to be happening top for the most part. Good trades top and mid, but really for the most part, nothing is really... Oh, there's a good Dragon's Reach up in the top lane. Nuja caught a little bit of damage there, but not enough crowd control to really keep him tied up as things go back to the farming phase.
Yeah, and level 6 has been picked up by Curry Boy. Again, Lincoln's ultimate, level 5. Lincoln's ultimate doesn't do as much, have as much value in a one-on-one engagement, and there goes the engagement from OJC.
Oh, Lincoln's in a lot of trouble there. The tornado hits them, maybe enough to shield, keep them alive a little bit longer, but the wall more than enough to stop that escape as OJC picks up the kill on Lincoln's, and Curry Boy is in a bit of trouble there. Maybe we'll see Malady go for a rotate here, or possibly try to rotate on mid lane through sneakiness and cunning, but look like they're just going to heal up and continue pushing.
I mean, if they see an opportunity, they're likely to die. Malady still has her ultimate up, so that's enough to burst down pretty much anybody. They're more or less ready to pick another fight.
Indeed. They do have... Oh, there goes Malady down to the bot lane, looking to snowball things in Harrower's favor now. Leaving Hale alone for a minute to farm against those two, which is rough as hail. But here comes Malady, lands the tornado, all the crowd control goes down, and that's not enough of an escape for Lowen to get out of there. And that is another kill for SMD.
Yep, great play there by SMD. He actually timed that perfectly. Assumed that it was going to be an instant hide and seek, did not throw the tornado, waited for it. And that's going to let him return to mid lane. There was a bit of tower damage down, but again, another kill. And, you know, like I said this at the beginning, SMD is the snowball for this team. He shows up in other lanes and makes plays happen. Yep,
now he's back in mid lane. OJC is low, so they're not going to be able to initiate, but the score start is down in top lane. Beba gets away. Vex teleports up. Bone now in trouble. Claudessa, so tanky healing herself, but it's not going to be enough. Claudessa goes down, but Siegel manages to get out of the fight enough to survive. And that's going to be a big risk for this top tower, though. Zeebel's trying to regen as quickly as he can to get back into this fight. Meanwhile, down bot, nothing happening. Mid, nothing happening. It's just this top tower push that's going on. Zeebel's coming back in, starting to poke at Beba, who's pretty low right now, but he has to be very careful. Zeebel does not have enough health. This tower may manage to go down here in favor of New Team.
Yep,
down it goes, but here's OJC coming in from the side. Goes right in onto Bastion, but Bastion dashes away. No problem at all. They pick up the tower for free.
Yep, so that was a good play by New Team. Playing the objective game, they got the tower down. That's going to set them back to more or less even gold. It's really about 800, so not too much of a large advantage. And that'll bring things back in line from SMD's roaming. So that global gold will help. They'll be able to keep Carter farming in the mid lane for a little while, and they may be able to start roaming Bastion in and out of this top lane, assuming they can get some help. SMD looking to roam up into top to make a play, but I don't think they're going to find anything, and OJC may be in trouble.
OJC is in a bit of trouble. Vex and Carter doing their best to take him down. So many rockets from everywhere, but it's not going to be enough. He's got plenty of evadability there, and here comes Malady sneaking in the back. Is Malady going to be able to land something on Lincoln? There it goes. Misses the well, but does plenty of damage anyways. Lincoln's still able to get through the wall. It's not enough to stop him. Lincoln's goes down, but Curry Boy picks up the kill on OJC in the back. SMD does not have enough mana to really do much with and gets cut in the middle and killed off by Carter.
Great play there by Lincolns. He rotated around continuously, did not stop moving, and that's going to result in a double kill for Curry Boy. So he'll be able to either back or pick up something new. Actually, he's going to run to his courier and gets himself a crystal and ship, so increasing his damage and mana, and may look to rotate into this bottom lane and help snowball Lowen ahead. He does have the imminent boom, so that's going to be a huge amount of damage plus the stun if he makes this play happen. If Topaz doesn't back up soon, he's going to be in some serious trouble. He must know something's going on. And nope, he's going to get caught out, so let's see whether or not they can make the play.
He gets hit a little bit, but it looks like he may be able to get away here. Can the Rook do enough damage? No. So very close, getting out with 130 hit points. However, manages to escape, but that leaves top lane all alone there. And OJC picks up the kill on Lincoln's in mid. SMD now in trouble. Beba and Nuja all over him. And OJC is going to get out of there. Get on to Carter in the jungle here, though. Or maybe not. They might miss each other. They miss each other.
Ships passing in the night.
Just thread the needle there. Past each other.
Alright, well this is going to result in a tower push in top lane, but a tower push in the bottom lane. Vex is back up, going to use those teleport boots, so they're going to sacrifice a tower up top to get the tower in mid. That gives them a lot more control, and they picked up the revenge kill for it, so all in all, a fair, even trade. I think that new team is going to be happy taking that, and now they're going to look to rotate 5 members into bottom lane maybe, or at least get somebody back up top to defend that increasing push. Vex is going to rotate down, and maybe we'll see a dive onto Topless.
They have 2 people from the top lane here coming to do Baldir. Yeah, they're doing Baldir. Looks like they might get away with it too. Wasn't spotted by Bastion. And meanwhile, Town bot Hera running into a little trouble in this 3v1 here. Vex consistently putting his presence everywhere. They're going to get Baldir for it. And a lot of aggression in mid. SND almost taken out. There he goes down in the 3v1 with the teleport from Lincoln's getting him there once again for a fight. All over the place. And,
great play in by Lincolns. He showed up at just the right time to make that play happen. Once that circle went down, Malady had the sidestep. OGC had to get out of there. And he still wound up dying for it. SMD. And now it looks like there's an engagement by OGC onto Curry Boy.
OGC right in, Scorched Earth from Bone down and quickly killing Curry Boy. The Dragon's Beast not going to catch the Dragon Dash away from Beba. But that was a good pick there. And now it looks like Hera is going back down to try to stop Rook from continuing to push. Malady down in the bot lane as well as the 3 are pushing up mid. Top will start to push heavily in favor of the minions for the red team soon, so they'll eventually have to rotate top. They got plenty of time.
Now Lowen in a bit of trouble. He's likely to go down here. Yep, just gets full-on initiated and picked up advantage. Now still in favor of the Ascent Gaming, despite good map control coming out from new team. They've managed to lose only 1 tower and pick up 3. They do need to start changing things around in kills. They're a little behind, and they've given up a lot of farm time to a couple of pretty strong characters. Maybe they make a play on OJC, though.
They're trying for it, but Big Bone is here. And no fight's gonna happen. Bone's going in for it. Claudessa like, hey, I got this. I kill dragons. You're a dragon rider, Bastion. You know, that's how I got my shield, my sword, my skirt. Because I am badass and kill dragons. Claudessa 2014.
I was waiting for the 2014. Curry Boy in the bottom lane will be able to farm out a little bit. He's going to need to be careful he doesn't get engaged on. And right now, Lowen
there's the engaged Lowen caught by the tornado. A nice follow-up, and it does a lot of damage to SMD in revenge, but he still goes down from that beautiful surprise gank out of SMD. And going in once again, Stealth going for Nuja now. Nuja caught by the tornado and going down. Bone picking up the kill, Claudessa with another, and that's 2 kills in the mid lane, leaving Hera alone, bot with no opposition. Featherstone 1-on-1 against Lincolns, he's going in for it. Lincolns in a lot of trouble. Featherstone may be able to pick up this kill here. He's getting a little far behind, he lands the slow. The courier drops off something for Lincolns, and he gets away. Oh no, Bone is here! Disaster for Lincolns. Claudessa kills him.
Anticlimactic, yes. Nice pick up there by Bone. Good rotation in. That's 3 picks for virtually nothing, and that's going to spike up to about a 6,000 gold lead for Ascent Gaming. I'm not sure why they let SMD just sort of wait around and pick kills there. They just let SMD sit around and pick kills.
Malady just doing work all over the place. Catching these people out with tornadoes. Now Claudessa Featherstone pushing up top only against Carter. Looks like Hale is rotating to grab the vision. Maybe making a Baldir play. Yeah, there's rotating for Baldir now. That's getting another gold lead for them now. They're right now sitting at about 7,000 gold lead. This should pop them up quite nicely. A little bit more. See how much in just a second. That gold chart of Magic to about 7,500 gold lead.
Yeah, so, you know, over 7,000 gold lead pretty much for nothing. Like, they made 4 picks and took no tap. Like they're pick number 5.
But top
going
pick
on to
back,
Lincoln's.
Lincoln's again. The tornado spelling doom to anyone caught in its furious embrace. Oh, but a beautiful snipe from Carter on the being SMD in the bush equalizes that fight a bit, and is going to make Zeevil play a little more defensively there. Meanwhile, down in the bot lane, Tompus is going in on Lowen, forcing the ghost there, but it's actually going to be enough.
No, yeah, he should be fine. But then 4 picks and a Gager in the mid lane.
Mid lane, Bastion goes deep onto Claudessa. Score Strength is down. Claudessa still just kiting around, trying to give the opportunity for OJC to do the damage. OJC picks up Nuja, but at the same time that Bone goes down, now has to get out of here in a 3v1 fight situation. There comes the rocket from Carter and the disengage. Very nicely from OJC as Zeevil comes up from behind. Maybe biting off more than he can do, but no, SMD is there as well to pull off the Bastion. On the side, Zeevil going hard onto Curry Boy, taking him down. Biba now caught by the wall, just sadly resigned to his fate, trying to kiss the wall a little before he dies. Yeah, you know, Bastion's pretty big on that.
Very, very aggressive push. They probably didn't need to do that. Oh, SMD, he's going to find another pick. He's going to walk right in the bush, see Lincoln's, and knock him up.
And, well, he knocked him up indeed, but he didn't quite knock him down. I almost made a terrible joke there, but I'll avoid it for now. As Spality comes in from the back, and Nuja's now caught. Nuja's down so low, but manages to get away with the sliver of health, enabling an easy mid tower for AG.
Yeah, what was nothing is now a 10,000 gold lead. They've regained map control, which was really what new team had in their advantage, and they handed over about 6-7 kills, pretty much back to back to back. Gave Ascent Gaming the time to push things back out, and I'm just not sure what they were doing. They kind of floundered around as if they weren't sure where they needed to go next, what was their next objective, where they needed to be pushing, and that resulted in a huge gold swing for Ascent Gaming, and now they've gotten Harewort into a good position. He's got Golden Protector Zealous Blade, so he's going to be able to push things down very, very quickly. He's tanky enough to handle the plays from Lowen, who has gone full power and a lot less attack speed, and now Lowen possibly getting engaged on. Nuja needs to be careful of walking into too many targets.
Well, Ascent Gaming rotates for this bottom tower, not quite able to pick anyone off on the way, but they get the tower for pretty much free, and now have a free rotation to do whatever they please. Vex is top, but has that teleport to be able to get anywhere he should like. Oh no, orbital drop's not up for 10 seconds. They've got 10 seconds to do something, but I feel like that's not something they know. Curry Boy goes down, very quickly caught by SMD once again, constantly catching people and making them very dead.
Yeah, that was, again, another catch out, another free pick. That's pick number 10, I believe. I may have miscounted a bit, but you're going to go straight onto the Sindara, and no play from new team. They don't think they can do anything about it. They're not even going to go in there. Wall goes down. There's nothing to do.
Vex will take the top tower, but that's Cindy taken, and Kratos will be forcing mid. It looks like they're going for Baldir to make up the goal difference a little bit. Claudessa is coming in to try to stop Lincoln's from this. Is Claudessa going to be able to stop the minion wave? The Dragon's Reach goes down. He kills the minion wave!
And
but here comes the Baldir fight. OJC going in. He's got low and very low, and he's probably going to be able to pick that up fairly easily. Curry Boy doing a lot of damage in return, but SMD comes in from the side, grabs Curry Boy, knocks him up, and Curry Boy's at half health. OJC looking to come to help finish it off. There it goes as well. SMD getting the kill there, and now Nuja is in trouble. The Harrower Wolf doing enough to slow him to allow Featherstone to pick up the kill. Here comes Bastion and Lincoln's with the orbital drop to fight. The Zeevil is caught, and he goes down. SMD does not have enough to turn that fight around.
Yeah, so they've sent Kratos into the bottom lane. It is the lane with the least number of towers. That was probably over-aggressive by Zeevil. He stepped out a little bit, but for the most part, it's not going to affect them too badly. They may be able to continue pushing in mid lane, possibly even take that tower, just keep the pressure on as they wait for Kratos to set up for the bottom lane. There'll be plenty of time for both Nuja and Zeevil to be able to rejoin with their teams before Kratos really gets going, but that'll depend on whether or not they're willing to clear out the minion waves for him. So I think we'll see the engagement happening just around the bush, and there's that high ground play from new team looking to catch somebody from Ascent Gaming coming around the corner.
Well, here comes OGC around the corner. Vex right into his face. He's in a lot of trouble, but here comes SMD and the rest of AT to turn the fight around. the hide and seek from Lowen, keeping him alive a little longer. So much going on. Lowen manages to pick up the kill on OJC, but is taken down by Tempest. Meanwhile, back in the main fight, Curry Boy trying to defend the generator against Kratos, but too many. Here comes Claudessa. She may land the Dragon's Reach, or she may just poke the tower a little bit there, and there goes the Dragon's Reach, missing everything. But Nuja caught by Zeevil, takes a lot of damage, but manages to get out of there. May get turned on there. Yeah, down goes Vermilion. And this is Kratos pushing up. They probably can't finish this right now, but they may be able to get a pick on Bastion here, going aggressive, trying to finish off SMD. SMD gets out with a sliver of 20 hit points. Bone now in the front, scores Earth, trying to dissuade any pursuit. Rook may be able to finish it, gets the speed boost from the fence of Malady, and gets the beautiful disengage, the ult from Rook, going through the lane and missing everything. Malady, the only casualty for Ascent Gaming on that solid Kratos push.
They might have been able to end it. They really needed to finish off Bastion quickly because SMD took so much damage they couldn't stay in there and finish the fight. But they did pick up the generator, they got a number of kills for it, really only traded SMD's life, and I believe they traded OJC at the beginning of the fight. So not that big of a deficit. Baldier's going to be back up soon, so they can possibly go for that. They've got a pretty big wave up in the top that they can push out, so they've got plenty of options to move around the map and try and get an objective now that they've finished off that bottom generator.
Indeed, they've got the waves pushing. They're rotating for Baldir now. It just came up. Still about half of the duration left on Sindara. And here goes the attempt of Baldir. Bastion may see it, may try to do it. The rest of new team is coming. This will be a 5v5 fight if they find it. And Zeevil takes a ton of damage from the Carter poke. But Baldir goes down, and then Initiate comes SMD, enabling 2 kills very quickly for OJC. Now in the back, Lincolns goes down, and in the front, Harrow is chasing down Curry Boy. Beba's trying to get out of there as best he can, and he should be able to with that dash. So that's a quick 4 kills for no losses plus a Baldir. Gives a good opportunity for AG to push up this mid lane and take another generator.
Yeah, they should be able to push this up very, very quickly. Generator will go down as well as the tower. 10 seconds before people come up, but I think they have the damage right now. Harrower and Zeevil are in a really strong spot. Tompus and him have a lot of base attack speed, as well as damage, so it shouldn't be too difficult for them. Down goes the generator. Despite people coming up, I don't really think Lowen and Nuja are the ones who can re-engage the fight.
Well, they're starting to poke it out. They're still in the enemy base, not wanting... They're okay. They're actually disengaging. That's not to say. That's pretty ballsy, guys. But they're rotating around, looking to maybe take this top outer, or inner tower, rather. The only tower left, and they've only got the one generator behind it to go. As they rotate successfully for this, a new team is on its way, but they're not going to be able to engage under this. SMD goes for a pick, but doesn't find it, and manages to dash back out safely.
Yeah, so they do. There's a huge wave pushing in bottom lane. Eventually, someone's gonna have to go and deal with that. They also are sitting on a good amount of gold, about 1,000 apiece. They should be able to buy something with that, though, and maybe they'll stick around for the fight.
Indeed, they almost catch Beba out, but he manages. Oh my goodness! Curry Boy does so much first. Get SMD, he gets taken down. Soko, get OGC in a lot of trouble. Vex is on him, but meanwhile in the back, Zeevil trying to make something happen, but it's not going to be enough. The rocket from Carter not doing any damage to OGC as he turns around to start to fight Lincoln. Tompus trying to cut off the Rook in the side there. Between him and Claudessa, well, they force him out of the fight at least, and are just still hanging out in this jungle. Very risky play here from AG, but here it's going. The payoff, Zeevil is going for Lincoln's. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bone is 1v1ing the AD carry. It's 1v2ing almost, with OJC coming from behind. A pause coming out here as Vex is in the middle of dying to Zeevil. And Biba looks like he's going to have a little trouble between Tompus and Zeevil as soon as this unpauses. Oh boy, so I had time to catch up to the fight at least from the pause. Thank you for that.
It's going to be difficult. It depends on how well Curry Boy plays the next few seconds. If he sets up a good play on the Bone, maybe picks him up or OJC, Lone's probably dead. If Nuja... It'll come down to Curry Boy and Nuja and how well they play that one, and if Beba can bait long enough. Because right now it's going to be, two of them are probably going to die. Beba's probably not going to survive Tompus, and Lone's probably not going to survive Bone. Actually looks like Claudette is charging up a Dragon's Claw, so I'm not sure how they're going to handle the rest of this fight.
I'm pretty sure how low it is. He's going to die very quickly, almost immediately. Actually, I'm not sure if that's post-hit or pre-hit. Beba, I do not think has much of a chance to survive where he is, and Curry Boy is the kind of wild card here. They may, if they play cleverly between Nuja and Curry Boy, they may be able to pick up both kills at the top. There goes the first kill down. Beba also died as predicted. Nuja's in trouble. Here comes the Carter help, but it is not enough. They kited the right way with that, and Carter taken out by Zeevil in the back means that's all of new team down and a free push to win for Ascent Gaming, which SND was already doing.
Yeah, SND teleported in. That's going to be game, despite the pause at the last minute. That will be Ascent Gaming taking our second best of 3-2-1, so great play by them to rally back together after their loss in Game 2 and pick up the win.
Indeed. Great play from both of these teams. Some fantastic play, especially the second game from new team. Beautiful rotations, solid team fights, and making fights on their terms. Certainly some very good things to see from them.
Alright, so we should be moving into our third best of 3 of the night. It's going to be Flex versus Papa Please. We'll be back with that in just a few minutes, guys. I'm the Source. Joining me is Filibuster Fox. This is the Strife Championship Series brought to you by Surreal Productions and Gamebox. Voice done right. See you guys in just